DevOps Essentials. Let's start this class of the course. At the end of it, you should have understood the topics that were addressed and be able to answer questions of the sample exam that are related to this module. The sample exam or the sample exams are at the end of the course. This module is based on the document of the HPE Professional Software Services. In this lesson, we will show you 4 key points for your journey with DevOps. Agenda. The agenda contains defining DevOps, the challenge, keeping the pace with high-speed business, long-term collaboration with lifecycle of the process and IT operations, and holistic DevOps point of view, and get started with these 4 keys. Defining DevOps. DevOps is a list of practices and cultural changes that allows the development, quality control, and operations to better satisfy the client's needs. This point of view of integrated team makes communication easier, collaboration and integration to quickly manage the always changing needs of today's business. The challenge: to keep the pace with high-speed business. To keep your business competitiveness, you need to accelerate the development of new software characteristics and functionalities. This is the idea behind the agile software development processes that are widely used by the management application teams to reduce time on the delivery cycle. The agile methods are a big step forward for the management of applications team that come together with modifications made to the applications and infrastructure, such as non-compliance with service level agreement, SLAs, system downtime, and interruptions. Then, the new software releases are focused cautiously. The result? The launches are delayed and the agility of the business is lost. DevOps helps your organization unite key concern holders such as business, applications, and operations, focusing on collaboration, automation, and monitoring, resulting in an improved application launch speed with quality. Collaboration throughout the life cycle of the IT process and operations. DevOps is about people, processes, and technology. Also, applying principles and methods for the best collaboration between software delivery and your IT operation teams. DevOps extends the agile mindset to incorporate operations regardless of whether your organization uses Agile, Waterfall, or both. DevOps recognizes the interdependencies of application delivery and IT operations in the acceleration of high-quality software release. DevOps facilitates continuous delivery, which is based on what is most important ultimately: shorter cycles to launch high-quality software in the hands of end users. Key benefits of DevOps. Here are some of the ways in which DevOps helps your business. Gain competitive advantage because it accelerates the launch of applications in production and responds quickly to business demands. Increase the efficiency of IT resources since it automates provision and deployment. Take better and faster decisions because it creates a feedback cycle. Identify problems earlier in the process. It keeps pace with business demands because it brings new applications and updates to the market quickly to have satisfied customers. A holistic approach to DevOps. The holistic approach to DevOps ranges from planning and definition through the monitoring and optimization of your applications in production. It extends to agile principles such as eliminate silos in your organization, allows collaboration between teams, automates development, testing, and deployment processes, accelerate launch cycles, test and monitor early in development and during production. Get going with these 4 keys. DevOps bring fundamental changes in the way that application, delivery, and operations team interact and carry out processes, which is why changes in technology, processes, and culture are required. And change at this level can be a challenge if it is not addressed in a systematic way. So, how to approach DevOps? We recommend you to start your trip with DevOps focusing on 4 keys for a successful implementation. First, evaluate your DevOps strategy. Second, identify the DevOps maturity of your basic development and operation processes. Third, adopt and implement changes to improve speed. And fourth, measure the progress and plan the following improvements. First key, evaluate your DevOps strategy. The first step on the road to DevOps is an evaluation of your DevOps strategy, which is why we must ask ourselves, what are we trying to achieve? In more specific terms, the evaluation process helps you to identify your objectives, challenges, and initiatives, examine the critical success factors and successful project practices, review the DevOps critical domains that align with your business objectives, identify project priorities in the short, medium, and long term. Second key, identify the DevOps maturity of your basic development and operation processes. We must answer the question, how advanced are we? To put your organization on the path to DevOps, you need a clear understanding of your current practices for development and operations. Do your development processes use Agile or waterfall methodologies, or both? Do your operations teams follow ITIL processes? What are your current planning and communication practices? In some specific areas, the exploration of development practices examines their approaches to the Copland applications, continuous integration, and the use of a hub application, the automation of tests, good coding practices, configurability, and maintainability. The review of operating practices explores their approaches to a hub operation, infrastructure as a code, automated release management, resolution practices. Finally, this process helps to identify key stakeholders in the business, development, quality control, and operations, determine the application of development methodologies, Agile, waterfall, or both, that are more important, determine the ITIL processes that are most important, and to understand your planning and communication practices. Maturity Model DevOps, a proven approach. To understand the DevOps maturity of your core development and IT operation processes, consider a proven model of DevOps maturity. This model looks at DevOps from these 3 points of view: processes, automation, and collaboration, and it spans for a series of clearly defined states on the way to an optimized DevOps environment. The DevOps maturity exploration gives you an understanding of your organization's maturity level in terms of process standardization, automation tools, and collaborative approaches, along with insights into your improvement opportunities. Let's look at the initial level of maturity of this graph. The characteristics of an organization are reactive processes, unpredictable and uncontrolled, without automation, little communication and ad hoc coordination. That is the initial level. But now let's look at this model, what happens in an organization that has an optimized maturity level. At the optimized level, the characteristics are effective distribution of knowledge and also individual empowerment, automation and learning through analysis and self-remediation, optimization of the process of risks and costs. This model is quite interesting. Take some time in this page before continuing to identify each level of maturity. Ask yourself, where is my organization? Third key, adopt and implement changes to improve speed. For this key, we must answer the question, where can we change? Since DevOps covers the entire life cycle of the application, with the ultimate goal of ensuring that applications can be implemented in production in an agile, automated, and continuous manner. To this end, The DevOps trip determines the areas of standards and automation, then implements them in a phased approach. The ultimate goal is to move your organization to accelerate it to the speed of business. So, we focus on the people, processes, and technology around 4 key DevOps areas. First, continuous assessment. Second, continuous integration and testing. Third, continuous delivery and implementation. And fourth, continuous operations. Fourth key, measure progress and plan the following improvements. For this key, you must answer the question, how will all results be? This key will allow you to identify the measures you will use to measure the success of your initiative, such as the implementation of the business, cycle times, and defects. In many cases, your DevOps standard will be different from those used today in the delivery of applications and operations of IT. The objective is to establish a common set of standards that drive the business and that incorporate development, quality control, and operational points of view. Gartner expressed it when he said, build new shared metrics that align with business needs and impacts. But more importantly, help people realize that they must work together. The objective should be focused on the service, with a view to improving agility, speed, and improving value of the business, quality. Thanks for taking this training. We invite you to continue learning from DevOps and preparing for the professional certification available worldwide by various entities.